Hey everybody, Heather here with Breakthrough Strength, and I am hanging out in the closet of 2-time CrossFit Games athlete. See all her swag up there? Corynne Francis, and I have invited her to show us how to take good before and after measurements as well as pictures. And the reason she's dressed in this swanky, sexy outfit is because it's 16 degrees outside here in Atlanta, Georgia. And so I didn't want her to get, also it's kind of weird to be like half naked on camera. So we're going to roll with it this way. All right, Corynne.
All right, so first things first, when you take your before and after picture, always choose the same outfit for all of your before and after pictures. So in this case, I'm choosing my sports bra and my bathing suit bottom. So in all the pictures I would take, I'd always be wearing this. Now guys, you can easily do your workout shorts. So I'll put on my husband's. Here we go, just for demo purposes. Just like this. You know, always wear your workout shorts. If you're feeling really risky, you can always just wear your, I don't know how these work.
There we go.
your boxers.
Yes.
But whatever you choose, you stick to that clothing item, and that is your before and after picture outfit. So first things first, we're talking about measurements. So you're going to order one of these guys off Amazon. It's like a sewing kit. Tape measure. It's nice and flimsy. You can order this on Amazon too, super cheap. So I'm going to go over how the ladies are going to measure and how the guys are going to measure. So ladies, you might want to get a hip measurement and a waist measurement, obviously a chest measurement. So to make the hip measurement and thigh. To make the hip measurement really easy, depending on what item you wear, you're going to go right along that top seam, which you're going to get different. If you like Google online, like where to measure your hip, some people will say like 3 inches below the navel, or they'll say like, I think like at the widest part of your hip, but then it gets weird. So to make it easier on yourself, choose your outfit, and then you'll go literally right along the top of your line. So here we go, right along the top of my bathing suit. That's my measurement. It's nice all the way across. Perfect, good. All right, so now for my waist measurement. So if you look here in the video, the smallest of my waist is gonna be where I'm gonna take that measurement. So it's pretty easy. All ladies have that little dip in their waist. You're gonna go right in that smaller part. Same thing, take that measurement, boom.
And we have a lot of women who've had children. And what would you say if they want to measure their baby pooch? Like, would they do it at their belly button? If they do true and...
I would always use your belly button, because your belly button's never going to be moving. Ideally, like, you want to make this as easy as possible on yourself. And I've actually done this by trial and error, where I had taken measurements before, and when I went back, I realized I didn't know where I had taken them. So make this like literally like child-proof. So that's why I use your clothing item to gauge where you do your hips. Use your belly button if you choose your belly button. I always choose the smallest of my waist because I feel better about myself like that. And then for ladies, your chest. So this is where you want to go right at the nipple line. And that's where you would take your measurement. So this one gets kind of tricky because you want to make sure that it's actually even across. So if you look right now, it's straight across my back, straight coming forward, all the way around. You want to be careful you're not doing this. Obviously, you're not doing this number, right? So make it one straight line, oops, right about, here. Okay, so that's for the ladies. So you have, oh yeah, I'll go over that. I'll be saying for the guys too. So use your bottom for your hip, smallest of your waist for your waist. If you want to do your baby pooch, you can do your belly button, or you can do the nipple line for your chest. For your thigh, so this is where I do a 2-part system. So I'll go from my kneecap. What is that? I'll go from my kneecap, the top side of my kneecap, so the top part right here. I'll measure up, let's say 8 inches, and then that's where I'm going to measure around my thigh. And the reason you want to measure how far up is there's a pretty big difference between this section of your thigh and this section of your thigh, as well as way up here. So, and again, you can Google this online, and like you'll get plenty of different answers. But a safe bet's about 8 inches up, which puts you right about in the meat of the area, with that nice quad area. Guys, y'all are a little bit easier to measure. Put my pants on. So, you're just doing hips for them.
Hips, chest, thigh.
So same things for the hips.
Waist.
Go wherever your pants are going to be falling, and again, to follow that top line. Now, I'm not saying this is the 100% right way to do it in the medical world, but this is going to be the best way for you to do it without screwing it up and making it easier on yourself. So we'll go right where the top of your pants hit for your waist, go the smallest of your waist for that midsection, or you can always choose to do your belly button. But here's the thing, is write down what you're doing so you know whether you did your belly button or that small of your waist. And then the chest, again, guys, wherever your nipples are, find them. They're hard to locate. And same thing, get worried about mid-chest.
Depends on how much hair you have.
And make sure that it's even all the way across. And guys, y'all are the ones that can be a little lazy sometimes, because my husband's kind of like that. He'll be like, oh yeah, done. Make sure you're looking in the mirror and that tape measure is straight all the way across, so you're getting a more accurate measurement. So that kind of brings it in a little bit. Okay. Also, when you're measuring, make sure you're measuring at the same time that you did previously. So if you're waking up, pooping, and then measuring on your before picture, make sure at the end you're waking up, pooping, and then taking your before measurements. Or sorry, after measurements.
Good point.
So always at the same time of day. And again, it doesn't matter. You can do after lunch, after dinner, after your morning poop, because we all have them. You choose that time, you stick to it. All right, so before and after pictures. So here's like a huge pet peeve of mine, is that a lot of my first clients I would work with would send me these pictures where like they'd be like taking a selfie in the bathroom like this, or they'd be like this, or it'd be from like this angle, and what made for really unfortunate before and after pictures, because you really couldn't see. I'm gonna take these off. I can't take myself seriously. You really couldn't see the differences. So again, choosing the same time of day in the same lighting situation. So in my case, my closet has a lot of nice lighting. I can close all my blinds so I don't have more than I need. But what I'll do, if my husband is not around, which normally I don't want to bother him with my before and after pictures, I use my shoe as my phone holder. And this can be any shoe, doesn't really matter. So in my case, I really like my Vans because I do a great job holding my phone. So I'll take my phone, I'll put it on here. Now, I don't know how savvy you guys are. What is that? Oh,
sorry.
Okay. I don't know how savvy you guys are, but most of your phones have a setting where you can literally go like a self timer, like 10 seconds. So that's what I do, is I'll go on my phone, put my phone in it. Now, what I don't want to do is have this in the selfie mode, because if you take a selfie, the picture quality isn't that good. For us to be able to have a really good quality before and after picture, you always want to make sure the picture's taking this direction. So that means, like, if Heather's here, my camera is pointing at her, not my screen. That was bad, this is good. Okay? So I take my shoe. Now I'm always going to choose the same height to take my picture from. So I've done this a million times now, so you might want to pick this up so you can see it.
Okay.
So I have this shelf right here that I always use, and I always choose this shelf. I put my camera on it right here. And of course I've taken a few testers before, because I've done this, like I said, a million times, where I'll put my timer on 10 seconds. Perfect. I don't like to use a flash, but again, if you want to use a flash, great, but you choose the same flash setting every time. If you use a flash, use a flash. If you don't use a flash, don't use a flash. But always have the same lighting, same area, same height that you're taking the picture from. So from here, I put my self timer on, I press photo. Now it's counting down to me. I walk back. I choose my pose, which in this case, going forward, I always have my arms down. And I think it went. Alright, so it went. So now, I'm going to take it again, because that's my forward-facing picture. Now I'm going to go to my side-facing picture. So I'm going to press the timer again, 10 seconds. I'm going to press photo. I'm going to walk back that same distance. And also, by the way, when I'm walking back to my distance, I'll normally have like a marker on the ground to mark where I'm standing, so it's the same distance every time. And that's what I'll take a picture. Well, anyhow. So, 3, 2, 1, my picture goes, beep. Notice on my side picture, my arms are out extended. in front of me, not down by my side, because if my hands are down by my side, you're not going to be able to see the difference on this stuff. So for your side picture, arms out extended, look in this direction. So Heather, we'll show you right now on the floor, I have a shoe marking my distance of how far I am from here to my shelf. And I know I'm being super, you don't want to show the distance. Let me just show this. Okay. So here we go. So my shoe, oops, going all the way over to my shelf with my camera. I'm always marking, crap, there it is, how far I'm going from the camera. Because again, this way you always want to have the same picture quality so you can see the before and after really well.
We're actually going to put the iPad by the shoe this time so you can have a better vision of what she's talking about.
For my back picture, again, same thing. I always choose the same distance from the camera. And again, I've done this a million times, so I know where my shoe height goes, which is right here with my camera. I always know to put my shoe right in line. I have this like little thing on my shelf that marks it. But just for you guys, for your sake, I'll put a shoe down so I always know where I'm going. So your forward picture, arms to the side. Your side picture, arms in front of you. Your back picture. Now, your back picture, you can have your arms here or your arms here. Either one's fine. I prefer having my arms out of my side. But this is all about being consistent with your pictures. Always take it from the same angle, with the same lighting, from the same distance from your camera. Because it's really hard to see a difference in a before picture from here and a before picture from here. So make it consistent. Okay? Make sense?
Yes.
Hopefully that brings some clarification. Test out your shoes. Some shoes hold phones better than others. I'm sure everyone has a nice pair of phone holding shoes. All right.
So thanks to Corynne for sharing her before and after picture knowledge and clarifying how to do the measurements. And sorry about some of the awkward angles as I was trying to do the iPad camera from behind. And sometimes I'm not as techie with my iPad. But we hope that you guys enjoy this video. And thanks again for your help, Corynne. And now I am excited to let you guys go take some awesome before and after pictures. And I can't wait to see them. Thanks, guys.